Hello guys, FAAANE here, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2, or Divinity 2 Original Sin, I suppose. We just got off the ship, we got a level. We are level 2. I do not get another talent yet, but I do get to put some point into here. Now, theory is pretty good. But I do like persuasion. As to let me talk my way out of shit. This just gives me one free attribute point, which is over here. I'm thinking about getting a memory slot, but that might be too early since I don't really have anything. Where is it? Is it this one? No, that's the journal. Which one is it? This one, right? So, I do have a slot available, but I don't have any, like... So there's no point in doing that yet. I suppose one into finesse and one into wits would be like a safe way to go. Or I suppose 2 could be good. Critical chance 7 if I pop in here. 8! That is pretty neat. Polymorph would give me an attribute point, but it wouldn't do anything else. I need to know whether or not I'll be dual wielding or single-handed. So I think I'm going to go into Scoundrel just because the movement speed is so nice. And another 10% crit strike. It's, when I am going into it anyways, I don't think this putting points into the polymorph build. It might be better to just put into this. All physical damage you deal is just 5% increase to everything. Might be better. I do think I can respec though. I don't know what that comes down to. I think I'm gonna go into Scoundrel. Now the civil bit. The thing is, I want persuasion because right now I have 0 persuasion. But thievery will let me steal fucking even more. This just makes the cone smaller, right? And improve my movement speed. It's just, this is so good. It also picking locks and shit. Like... But not having any persuasion just means I can never persuade anyone to do anything. So I kind of want to get persuasion up to like level 2 or 3. But that just takes so long. And there's a lot to be stolen. Because I can only steal once. I think I'm going thievery. Why is it the civil abilities took me the longest time to decide? Alright, so here we are. We're almost over encumbered. But that is because somebody told me... I watched a YouTube video of like tips and tricks. And one of the tips were... that you got one of these shrines
I
here.
thought the order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King. It's broken.
And now, supposedly, I can drop this barrel here. And it will just be an unlimited supply. So now what I can do is I can open up my crafting panel. Right? My crafting panel. And I can... Where's my crafting panel? Can I not have the crafting panel open? Then I can pop this in. And I can pop this in. And I combine them. And my dagger has poison damage. I don't think I want it to have poison damage though, because undeads heal from it. But it's just like, I just wanted to try it out. Just put it onto something else. Let's talk to the child.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? But are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows cloaking your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
One of the things I'm just learning right now is, like, for instance, here you have a puddle of water, and that can be electrified. So, like, there's combining elements. Like, if you have a, if you have like a rock attack, there's like you throw a rock at them, that'll put oil in the ground. So if you hurl that attack into fire, that'll ignite the oil, and whatever you hit with it will not only catch fire.
Those are the same.
It'll not only take damage from your fucking
damn.
Order.
To shore.
It will not only take damage from your ability, it will also catch fire. Now I want to open this with a bang. Nay, 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 nay. Aye, aye, aye. Can they walk this far? Delay.
I know
You know me? Oh, it can't walk that far. Can't. Wait, it's me again anyways. Then I'm gonna end my turn. Wait! Okay, I thought it cheated me. So I can hit this. I will sucker punch it, and that probably kills it. Easy. And then I'll hentai this. Get fucking bitch slapped, bitch. So I go here, hit it once, and then it's invisibility time. And you're gonna just stand there being an idiot, and I'm gonna fucking smack you in the asshole. And I'm gonna smack you in the asshole.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Easy for me. Easy for me.
Drowned and eaten by a void woken. I wonder in which order.
What do you mean? How can you be eaten by a void woken if you're... Like, how can you drown if you got eaten by a void woken? Like, obviously, if he's drowned, then he drowned first. Craft weaponry. Die by the sword. So you take a shift and you tie it to a fucking stick.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them.
This is why I took Pet Pal, by the way.
What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive. But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quercus. Of course, if it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egad! It speaks our tongue, Quercus! Hush before... What do you mean a good time for introduction?
Hush, Quercus!
You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Salora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
I fucking love this guy. Fuck me. If you have him, Pet Pal is a must. That guy is amazing. Venture forth, shields. The great acorn waits for no one. What is this? A shell. Give it. Hello.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, 2 smoldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
You are welcome, bitch.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Yes, but these weren't castles in the sky, were they? Quite obviously, I was musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
Tell him you've never heard of an abacus that can tell who people are.
Well, more's the damn pity, isn't it? For I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer.
The spouse of the sun!
Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? Oh well, that wishy-washy answer will have to do then.
Casually asking how he feels about the, living impaired.
The undead? Like your good self, you mean? Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels can fool me? But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is safe with me. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
So, this is a choice that I am not entirely sure. I kinda want... Can I say it like this? I can. Okay, so I just want to see the muscle.
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
Okay, so...
Wavering is a sign of weakness. So make your choice and stand by it. Very well.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile
Oh,
that
fuck.
wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and...
Between courtesy and contempt. So I thought that I would get like a list of like fighters or shit I wanted him to be. I think I'm just gonna let him be a fighter, and then pick between the different things as I go along. But for now, like a fighter is fine.
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
Victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include your majesty, your royal highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, my lord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Cunt. Let's go. So I am exploring now. I try to remember. Oh, can I go up here? No, I can't. That's pretty cool. I haven't been up there. So I'm down here. hear something trotting about up here. So now I am trying to remember.
A black cat. Hello, kitty.
Where's the kitty?
It seems we are not the only ones taking on strays.
Where's the cat?
No need to be jealous, Quercus. Fur maketh not the cat.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get? Hey, what? No, that can't be. I can't. Hey, stop following me. Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us. Dear me, it has questions, Quercus.
Quackers.
Why, yes, I suppose answering them is the polite thing to do. Speak, shield. What are your queries? A giant body, but no giant brain, eh, Quercus? Surely even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare before the great acorn fell from above and seeded the Earwood, covering this land in beautiful, perfect forests. Beautiful and perfect until the giant races, no offense, realized they could use it to build their houses and fuel their fires. They carved the Earwood up, and the forests shrank and shrank. None of the original wood remains. But someday, the great acorn will fall again. The forests will be reborn, and the giant races will be wiped from this world. At least that's what I hear. Oh, Quercus, it wants answers. As if it is the first creature to ponder the big questions of the universe. What tree did the great acorn fall from? Where did that tree come from, if not a greater acorn? Could you build a nest great enough to store the great acorn for the winter? Some questions have no answers. Quercus, why is that so difficult to understand? The great acorn will come. It will destroy the world, and squirrels will reign supreme forever. I fail to see what's so difficult to grasp. What do you say, Quercus? We once believed it was good, but now... No, quite right. As terrible as the giants have been to us, we do not want to see them wiped out.
Oh?
Rather, we must find a way to live together in peace, giant and squirrel.
Solora stops short, then shakes his head and pats Quercus affectionately.
Squirrels change, don't they, Quercus? Priorities change. If we do not adapt, we are sure to perish.
I've spotted something.
I've spotted something. You dig. I don't have a
Must
shovel.
put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Wait, I dug up a fight? Oh no, and he's undead, so I'm gonna heal him. He has not that much physical armor, so I'm gonna jump to him. Get backstab, bitch. And he got healed. Gonna hit him again. Now he's poisoned. Lovely. Gonna fucking bitch slap him. Gonna have you bitch slap him. Then you shall knock him down. Then I will bitch slap him. And bitch slap him. He keeps fucking healing though. You burn. And you get hit again. Ah! Let's just use this because we can. Because he is about to get hentai'd to death. Rubber! Easy. Wait, it had nothing on it. Disappointed. And I'm on fire. Sleep. Sleep. Wait, I'm already rested. Does that mean... So what if I'm already rested? I want health. Oh, apple juice. Wait, I can eat stuff. I don't have... I eat a cheese. That was not a lot. I eat an apple. Why does that give so little? Whatever. Okay, so... Let's go this way. We got a fight in though.
Wonder where this leads.
As
Hello.
the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip.
Rip.
Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Oh yes, an exceptionally common but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face.
A face?
A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body.
Delicately, but viciously.
I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Carved? Please. You hardly think I am one of your breed, do you? You have never seen anything like it because you have never met anyone like me.
That's pretty much the same skull I have on you, yeah.
Simply put, I am an Eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent, at least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar.
This is so cool.
Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm,
Or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, I was inconvenienced at the time.
Imprisoned?
Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps millennia. One tends to lose track. I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate. A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice.
That's a bit self-important, isn't it?
We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. We disappeared. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours?
I don't want him to be a wizard. Or do I? Do I? Like, I had him as a summoner before, and that worked out pretty well. It's pretty effective. I think it would be cool to have a wizard though, like just big booms. I'm saving here because I know that if I press this one...
Much magic? I was controlling the powers of the universe while your people were still doing whatever it is you used to do. What speciality would you prefer? If I had your mind, I'd rather wish I could change it too. But very well. You take your time. Someone with a little muscle. Really? I am adept as any in the fine art of hitting people with sticks. But what exactly are you looking for?
An executioner?
If I had your mind, I'd rather wish I could change it too. But very well. Ah, you seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized. Very well. What do you require?
A ranger? Simply so, the kind of person who could pick a pocket, then retreat to the shadows and throw a spell or two. Shadowblade! That is me! I'm the Shadowblade! Okay, so the thing is, a conjurer is really neat because you summon things that help you. And especially early on, that is super useful. but I don't know how well it scales into the late game. And I don't get as a summoner, like how much is the shit going to help? I can always respec him later, right? Or is that only myself? Where's my phone? Over yonder. I threw it away. Okay, so we're googling. We are googling Divinity respec companions. Is it possible? Is there a way to respec companions? Okay. As soon as you finish capturing, I'll just use a very noticeable mirror at the start of... Okay. Okay, so I can do this. So I'm gonna try him as a mage, I think. I'll do this.
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? They're splendid. Very well. Let's be off.
So what does he do? Searing daggers. Really? Is that because you're wearing a dagger, or? You do want... So, he can do this. I already seen that. And he can do... What is this? Wait. So if I do this... What? So he sets fire to everything. What about this one? Oh, that's pretty neat. But why flaming daggers, though? So right now he's pyrokinetic. I think I'm gonna change my mind. These are fucking boring though, but it, like, yeah, sure, this is a nice combo, right? You can throw this over on them, boom, and you can like power off 3 of them and it burns, but... Or you can fucking do this and just like, boom. Everything, but... That's a bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm changing my mind here. FAAANE! I think you're gonna be a conjurer again, dude. So you're interested in someone for the arcade arts? Ask if he knows much magic.
You seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized.
I'm reloading
Very well.
again because I don't want him to be like... I don't know how much carries over, but I don't want him to think I'm indecisive when I'm actually decided. And I am indecisive because I've just reloaded 4 times. Alright.
Much magic? I was controlling the powers of the universe while your people were still... doing whatever it is you used to do. What speciality would you prefer?
I'm going for
I
a
could do
conjure.
that with one hand behind my splendid.
That's what I'm going for.
Very well.
Because I really like... I really like this one. And that, like, it's like, now I have a poison boy. Now I have this poison dude who can, like, poison dodge. And then again, I can summon this thing also in a poison. And then there's, like, this poison spire thing. Haha. I think that's pretty cool. And then there's this one. That's just a fucking... Boom. And it is... Oh, it is electricity? Why is it electricity? Random type. And then create a corresponding surface. That's fucking cool though. So now this is water. Now it's ice. Now it's poison. I didn't know this. But that means I can do this and then pop this thing down there. Now I have a water break. So if there are no surfaces available, I can create one. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, that's an electric boy. I don't know what an electric boy can do. Electric discharge. Wait, why was it an electric boy? Was it because the water was shocked or? Oh wow, look at that one. I need to get there. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. So you have a poison, that is neat. I think I want to put all of like the scrolls in your backpack because you are my caster boy. Now I need more armor. No, wait. You need the most armor because I want you to take damage. You do not. I do not have better pants for you. Do I have any weapons that I want them to wear? What weapon are you using? Like an improvised wand. What happens if I put this on? Can I? Can you wear a dagger as well? You can. There's not much point to it, as you might as well have the shield. Why is this so fucking weird? What am I looking for? This one. Would it all be better? No, this is... But then again, this has the Staff of Magus skill. What does that do? Not really anything. And it does so I don't have like a... It does so I don't have a ranged basic attack. So I think I'm gonna do this. Like I think he's gonna go wand, but I think he is going to go double wand. That's a two-hander that barely does more damage. Alright. I've been rambling. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.